welcome back to the channel. It's Nate Everyday I'm Hustling and Pittsburgh in the house. We definitely appreciate you guys checking out the channel. We have two awesome announcements to make. One, we have a Facebook group we definitely want to check out. We're talking all things sports cards, buying, selling, trading. You can ask questions. You can join in the submissions. I'm doing PSA. Pittsburgh's doing GMA. And also some SGC, so a little bit of everything that you guys can jump in and be a part of. Second one we're also doing auctions for sports cards. So if you're interested in anything like that and you do collect cards, you definitely want to subscribe, check it out, because we're going to start dropping some awesome cards. We're doing a lot of submissions, so we're waiting to get some different stuff back, but we definitely got some fire.
Yep, and you guys will be able to get it at prices lower than eBay. So if you like good deals on good cards, these are the auctions you want to be at, guys, because you're going to get everything at a low price. And if you flip cards like we flip cards, this is a great opportunity to get them low and sell them higher.
But today we're going to be talking about Giannis and his contract. I know it surprised me. I didn't expect him to sign that Supermax. I thought he was going to wait to the end of the season. Yep. But in a way, I'm happy about it. What are your thoughts on him signing and everything?
Yeah, dude, I definitely thought he was going to wait. I thought that he was going to want the Bucks to do some kind of major move. Like, I mean, they did go out and they picked up Drew Holiday, which I think Drew Holiday is a big upgrade for the Bucks. I don't know that he's a big enough upgrade to make me want to sign the Supermax in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a place where it's even more snowy than it is here in Pittsburgh. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that would have been enough to sway me. I don't know if the front office has promised him anything in specific, because he could have very well just done the whole LeBron James year-to-year contract and just kind of held them, hostage until they did what he wanted them to do. You know what I mean? Or at least waited out the season to kind of see how the, Drew Holiday kind of impact the team. And, if that would push them into being, more of a championship type team.
I don't know what happened with that Bogdanovich trade or whatever. There was a sign trade supposed to happen. I guess the NBA caught wind that they were talking before the date or whatever. So there was an issue with that. So instead of signing Milwaukee, he actually went to Atlanta. Yeah, because of that, I thought for sure that Giannis would sign elsewhere, or at least wait to the end of the season to see what type of success, the combo with Drew Holiday and him are. And plus, of course, Chris Middleton. He's been the go-to guy after Giannis for a few years now. But overall, I'm pretty happy that he did sign, because his Milwaukee Buck cards that are non-rookie are going to start peaking up a little bit. I got a couple silvers that I got for really cheap on eBay, sniping in the middle of the night like I do always. And, those cards were just kind of like sitting pretty tank for whatever reason. So I think a lot of that was waiting to see what was going to happen. And now that he signed, I think a lot of the value is starting to go back up on all of his cards again. So it's just super awesome as a collector / flipper like myself to see that, know that investment is going to be a good one, because for $20 for his 2018 silver that I got a 9 from PSA, it should be probably close to $100 card, which I got for $20. So it would be able to get my investment back out of that, I'm sure, at some point during the season.
I think one thing, too, that a lot of people underestimate with card collecting as well, with there being such an influx of sneakerheads and, streetwear heads coming into sports card collecting, I really think having the guy in his most recent current up-to-date jersey means something right now. You know what I mean? So right now, a lot of these cards you're talking about that you've been picking up in his Milwaukee Bucks jersey, the minute he would have been in another uniform, everybody's going to want those cards. Like, for example, if you look at last year's Prism, Anthony Davis, even though it's a Lakers card, he's in his Pelicans jersey. So when Chronicles came out, they gave him the update card, and that update, exactly the one right there in your hand, that one right there is so much more sought after. And just for it being a base card, being that he's in the new jersey, in that card is, that's a definite PSA candidate. just because of that. Whereas it may have been a fringe PSA candidate, just being a base card of a superstar. You know what I mean? But being that it's a more rare one, being that wasn't the original jersey he was wearing in that card, the collector's market is just swarming that card.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of love for Chronicles. There's a couple different players that were in update and stuff like that. So, if you're hoping to get some type of update Prism in those packs, and especially silvers and whatnot. So, but yeah, I definitely feel that if he would have left, I feel like the cards I would have bought, I don't want to say worthless, but they wouldn't have been nearly as worth, what they are now. So I'm glad to see he did that. Really shocked that he didn't wait. But whenever you start with a franchise and you get drafted like he did, where he was a player that wasn't, a breakout first year guy, he stuck around the team, and then boom, now he developed into the guy he is now.
Yep.
I'm sure there was definitely some roots and some ties there to Milwaukee that wanted him to stay. He didn't want to probably join up to make a super team like you see a lot of different players do in this year's day and age of the NBA. Yeah, I was really surprised that he kind of went that route. But like I said, it had to be something to do with just management, just understanding what it's going to take to win. You've seen, LeBron kind of leave and come back and then win that championship with the Cavs.
Yeah.
Said, look what I did down in Miami. Now, if you can replicate that, we can win here. And then he did win.
I think if the organization's willing to partner with him, you know what I mean, and willing to kind of let him have a bigger role, in kind of the direction of the franchise as far as building a championship team around him, I don't blame him for it. I think it's kind of cool to see loyalty in the modern NBA, which, like, even in sports in general, like it's a business on both ends. You know what I mean? You normally see people that are, a lot more for themselves. So I think it's kind of cool that he was willing to kind of go back to a smaller market and kind of, help bring a championship to the team he started with, but by the same point, I definitely would have liked to have seen a little bit more around him. But I mean, if they're willing to make those strides and they've already started kind of, with the Drew Holiday thing, they've shown him that they're willing to go out there and get players and stuff like that. And like you said, it definitely helps the value of his Milwaukee Bucks card. So I'm happy with that because I have a big stack of Giannis stuff that I'm getting ready to send in for grading as well.
You got to think, like, the team they had last year, they had the best record in the regular season. They didn't have a very successful playoff run. Last year's bubble is very tough to win in. You see teams like the Clippers almost give up, also because he was on injury. Hopefully, with pieces that they brought in this year and pieces at the beginning of the future, maybe that's also another thing. They might have some key guys next year that are going to be looking to acquire, and they freed up some money in the books. Maybe that's what they're looking for and what Giannis is looking for. So
yeah, and the way I'm looking at Giannis's value going into this year too is his value's down right now. So that bodes well, because if he comes back and he's regular Giannis, for me, it's going back up to where it was. But he's already a 2-time reigning MVP without Drew Holiday being there. So in my opinion, the team got better. So it's not like enough better to where it was like the Lakers adding AD, but I think it's better enough to where he has a good enough shot as he had the past 2 years to, become the MVP again. And if that happens, then his card prices are going to go up. In fact, has there ever been anybody in the history of basketball be a 3-time reigning MVP? Bill Russell and Larry Bird, only two in NBA history that's ever done 3 times in a row. Those are like literally two of the best players to ever play. So literally you're putting a guy who's what is he, like 26 years old, in company with like guys that are legends, all-time greats of the game. He would already be in that caliber of a conversation. So like, in my opinion, I still think Giannis is a buy, like all day long. Like if you can find his stuff slumping, pick him up, because he has the potential this year to kind of enter that same kind of conversation. Like even at 2 times in a row, like you're talking Michael Jordan type company. I'm not saying Giannis is the next Michael Jordan or anything like that. I definitely think Giannis is going to be one of the 3 players that carry the NBA for the next 10 years, like without a doubt. And if he's able to become a 3-peat NBA MVP, I think that definitely is going to bode well for his card prices.
Fun fact: today is actually Giannis's birthday. So big shout out to Giannis. He was born on the 16th of December, and he was born in '94. So that'll make him 26 years old today. Actually,
I was spot on with that age, wasn't I?
You were. Today was the day he was 26. So hey, big shout out to Giannis. Congrats on that contract. Don't forget your boy. Send a little money this way. But
and thank you to NBA 2K for keeping me up to date on these people's ages.
Right. We just wanted to stop in, drop a quick video on Giannis situation. We want to hear your response. What do you guys think about it? Make sure to leave that in the comments, and don't forget to go to check out the Facebook group and our future auctions moving forward.
Absolutely. And make sure you guys go and hit that subscribe button before you click off this video. Hit that thumbs up so YouTube knows that Nate's doing a good job. And when you're done with all of that, go in the description because there's a link to my channel there. Go over there and hit that subscribe button as well, because I would love to see you over there as well, because me and Nate collaborate all the time, and it would be really cool to see you there too.
You know it. All right, guys. Have a fantastic day. Peace.